Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers comprehensive auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus, benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim, through the repair process, to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Visit EnduranceWarranty.com for your fast free quote today. That's EnduranceWarranty.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers comprehensive auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus, benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything, from making the claim, through the repair process, to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits. A $2,000 value, free.
Visit EnduranceWarranty.com for your fast free quote today. That's EnduranceWarranty.com.
This is a podcast from Minute Media.
Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello, kiddies. This is yours duly, John Kassir, the voice of The Crypt Keeper. And you're listening to Slasher Radio.
Welcome to Slasher Radio. My name is Mikey Bones, and I'm joined with my marvelous co-hosts, Kat Below and Rob Humphrey. What's going on, guys?
Oi!
Oi!
I'm just here with an attitude of gratitude.
It's not gonna stop. It's not gonna work.
It's catching on a little bit.
It's catching on Twitter, though.
It got a little, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
From who?
That was a long time ago, and I don't remember because we took a week off.
We did take a week off.
Yeah, but somebody mentioned it on Twitter. At least one person. Was it Miki? It may have been
Leah? Miki. That would have been hilarious.
It may have been Leah. I doubt it, though. Leah's a pain in the ass.
Leah's been fighting you, man. You don't like Leah because she's got the upper hand on you.
No, Leah needs to take a seat.
Yeah, we took a week off. I had the vid, so I was feeling kind of crappy.
And I had to go back to Indiana, so.
Yeah, Rob was traveling. It was the new year. You know, Kat wanted to just sit and talk about some shark movie for an hour.
So, fun fact. I had to take in New Year's Day, December 31st. Mr. Kat's boyfriend texts and asks if I want to have New Year's dinner with his family, and we had just had that conversation where I was like, I'm gonna sit around and talk about a shark movie for an hour regardless of what you guys do, and I did not answer him for like 2 hours because I was trying to hunt down a copy of the movie we were talking about. I had plans to just record an episode entirely by myself, and send it to Mikey as a bit. I was ready to go. The movie isn't out until this year.
I was gonna say I looked for it too, and I don't think it's out yet.
Yeah, it's coming out I think the summer, and I was like, God damn it.
How was that not on the list of most anticipated horror movies of 2023?
I don't know. It should have been.
That's a
Amityville
shit
Shark
list.
House, you guys. But then once I found out that I couldn't watch it, I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. Definitely didn't have any other plans. I wasn't going to record a podcast by myself as a joke.
That would have been great if you would have told him, no, I can't have dinner with your family. I'm recording a podcast by myself.
About some shitty shark movie. I forget the name of the movie, but yeah, we were canceling last week's show, and because I was sick, Rob was leaving, and it was just fucking when are we gonna do it? And Kat's just like, well, you guys can do whatever you want. I'm talking about this movie for an hour. And
If it had been out, I was prepared to do it.
God
That
damn
was
it.
like how I was planning to spend my New Year's, was just recording an episode
And I swear
by
to God,
myself.
I don't remember, because I was out of it for that week. I was really not feeling well. I don't remember if I was just laying there in agony thinking to myself, or I might have been talking to somebody, and I was like, there's a chance she's gonna fucking do it. Like, honestly.
If it had been out, I would have done it. And the crazy thing, I probably spent more time looking for that movie and then like looking at possible substitutes than it would have taken me to just record an episode. I tried.
You should have recorded an episode with Mr. Cat's boyfriend guy.
And then
That'd be
there was
good.
also that part of my brain where it was like, could I pretend to have seen Amityville Shark House? Could I just bullshit entirely for an hour?
I wouldn't have known, because it wouldn't
I
have
know,
gotten
that's the
edited.
thing. You never would have watched it.
No,
Well,
absolutely
I
not.
mean, he's probably going to watch it.
God. All right. Well, here we are. We took off last week. We're here this week. The movie we're doing this week, it was a cat pick, and as you guys
Was
can
it?
see, yeah.
I might have been drunk.
Well, but it's a movie that had come up recently. I think it was because of Greg. He was doing some type of comparison of Art the Clown and
yeah.
Stitches, and but yeah, Stitches came up, and you were excited, Kat.
Yeah. I like Stitches.
All right, we're gonna get into it. Interesting pick this week. Rob made some comments. I don't know what they mean, but we'll find out later.
Yeah, this wasn't me pick. I remember there was a train of thought, because last year, Mikey, and I'm sure that we'll get into this a little bit more when we cover the review. We don't have to dig deep into it right now. But last year, 2022, one of your New Year's resolutions was to defend Art the Clown more. So I wanted to start 2023. I thought it would be fitting to introduce more killer clowns into the show. And ask if you have any other art-based resolutions.
Good Lord, you went a long way for that movie pick, Cat.
I want to know. I want to see if he doubles down. I think that's fair.
I mean, after seeing Terrifier 2, I don't know how he could.
All right, so let's calm down. We're not. We'll get there. We'll
All
get
right.
there. You guys, we'll get there. We do have a voicemail this week, guys.
Okay. Can I have a real quick point of business?
Okay.
The slashies, we've started work on them. They are coming.
Yes.
I just
Did we?
checked. Yeah, I just checked the
Oh.
spreadsheet. You guys have really been slacking. It's not filled in yet.
I didn't know there was even a spreadsheet. I had no
I
idea.
emailed it to the thing.
Oh yeah, I did
Mikey's
see
playing
an
the part
email.
of Rob this week.
Yeah, I had no fucking. I remember seeing something, and you guys talked about it a little bit, but I did nothing. That I was sick. I did nothing
All
about
right.
it.
Well, some of the nominations are filled in, but some of there's still some work we got to do. But
That's good to know.
yeah,
Yeah.
they are coming. Kat and I were both on
back
there
to
at the
it.
same time working on it. And you just, I don't know what the fuck you were doing.
Dying. That's no excuse. I should have been working
No,
on it. You're
you gotta-
right.
yeah, come on.
You're right.
This is slashies, Mikey.
I know. But yeah, I had no clue. It's good to
Serious.
know that
Yeah.
that's underway. Nice. So the slashes are coming up. You guys will get to vote. We might talk about some type of nomination system. We don't know.
We need to have
I
a
don't know.
team meeting about how we nominated the Lifetime Achievement Award thing that we did last year too, because somehow Al Bundy won. And I'm pretty sure we let the listeners nominate for that, but I don't remember how we did that whole process.
That might be my second, next to the puppet fucking. That's probably my second favorite show
Yeah.
thing. Is that
Yeah.
Al Bundy?
Well, I think in second place for the Lifetime Achievement Award was your uncle. So,
Stevie Juice, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
Stevie was your Uncle Steve. he was in second place. So
I say it all the time. He got edged out by Al Bundy. That's what happened. Never in my uncle's life did he ever feel he would be up for an award with Al Bundy. But you know what? Dreams come true on Slash Radio.
They sure do.
So yeah, because I know last year we talked about getting some type of Patreon. I don't know. We'll talk about that stuff more to come.
Yeah, but they're just they are coming.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like this time last year we had already done them, or we were just starting them or something. So it's a little delayed, but they'll be happening.
Yeah. Drink roll call, because we got drink roll call to get to, which we'll do now. We got a voicemail, we got news, we got the fucking movie. We're packed this week.
Gabagool Mystery Corner.
I'm really excited for this week.
And Mikey, my God, you were right, man. For once in your life, you were right about something.
What?
So just down the street from my new job, there's a Jersey Mike's.
Mm-hmm.
Holy God, I spent a bajillion dollars there for lunch.
Yeah.
Damn near every day I'm in there getting a sandwich.
They'll fuck around.
Yeah, they're good stuff.
I haven't been yet, but I just found out that we have them in Ohio.
Okay, you're fucking
which
up.
I didn't know.
Go. Sarah, stop what you're doing tomorrow. Whatever you got planned, throw it away. I'm telling you.
It's good, Kat.
I'm really excited because I didn't think we had them.
In honor of Mikey, I always go. I get the giant Italian.
I bet you do.
It's a really good sandwich, and a big fan of the Jersey Mike's.
Yeah. And the Giant's good because I mean, I can never fully finish. I have. I was really hungry and I have, but 98% of the time I don't finish it. So you got like a little bit for later.
Yeah.
As like a little snack if you get hungry or something, like the nub at the end or something.
Yeah. That's been pretty much the case with me too. But it is it's worth it, Kat. You got to make the trip.
It's on my list of things to do, especially now that I know that it's not that far from my house. Wait, although that is dangerous because if I like it, and I know that there's one close.
Yeah, it's cost me a fortune, Kat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive. It is.
They're not cheap, but they're really good.
But like I justify it by having two. Like I said, you get a little snack for later too. So
right.
All right. Cheesesteak too, out of this world, Rob.
I ain't tried that.
Trust me. I'm iffy with my cheesesteaks too. Their cheesesteaks are bomb.
Well, I might dip into that at some point.
Yeah. Jersey. I hate that it's from Jersey. For me, for me to give it credit, it's something.
Yeah. Well, I was over driving at work looking. I was like, I want to get some lunch, but I'd been going to this Arby's because there's Arby's real close.
Arby's.
And I was like, man, I'm kind of over the Arby's though. So I just drove a little further down the road. I was like, damn it, there's a Jersey Mike's. I got to try it. And it's like 5 minutes from where I work, so that's going to be a problem. And it's been a problem.
Has been the thing that's been killing me recently because I watched the menu and it gave me it made me need a cheeseburger right at the time that the Wagyu burgers were back.
I've never had one of those. Are they good?
They're so good.
Yeah.
So good. It's dangerous. I'm spending more money at Arby's than I like.
I fucks with Arby's now. And they're just a plain cheddar and cheese. That's it. That's all I care about. That's all.
No, I just like the plain roast beef. Is fine.
Well, you gotta have the cheese on it.
No, I don't like the cheese.
You don't do anything right
with that cheese. Curly fries and a Jamocha shake.
Oh God, the Jamocha shakes.
The Jamocha shake is fucking amazing.
That's how you ended up doing that trick with your shirt, with your pants, man. Arby's fucking roast beef and a shake. Come on.
Oh, they're good.
You've got to get the Jamocha shakes.
Okay.
All right. So we're way the fuck off.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't even know what show we're doing anymore.
Look, I'm a pro. I'm going to tie back and drink roll call.
Drink roll call. Jamocha shakes.
I want to go last because I'm excited about mine, but I kind of want to hold back for like the big finish.
Okay, fair.
So one of you guys go first.
I am drinking orange soda and my Smirnoff pink lemonade vodka.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. I mean, I guess now let me ask you this. Is the orange soda a better mixer for the pink lemonade vodka than the Sunny D?
No.
Really, the Sunny D tastes better.
It's really good in the orange soda, but that Sunny D, I'm telling you, it's a concoction that Jesus didn't know about. He didn't mean for that to happen, but it did.
Does the pink lemonade vodka turn the orange drink a different color?
No, it's still orange soda.
Okay.
Kel
Is the
loves
pink
orange
lemonade
soda.
vodka pink, or is it just clear?
It's clear vodka, but it
Okay.
does have a little tint of pink lemonade.
Okay, of course.
Yes. Yeah. What? What did you say?
No, nothing.
It's fucking vodka.
It's you're right. It's grown man vodka.
Yes, children are not allowed to drink vodka.
That's right. Okay. It's just like they drink in the motherland over there in Russia.
He's condescending me right now, Kat.
He is.
But
Yeah.
it's still vodka, man.
I'm agreeing with you. It's vodka.
Asshole. Kat, what are you
kind
drinking?
of vodka.
I have 4th of July Smirnoff.
What is
Oh,
that?
nice.
It's blue. They have they do those red, white, and blue like 6-packs for 4th of July. I don't know what happened, but they have
what flavor is it?
blue. It's just blue.
She's not
Is
lying.
it America flavored?
Yes.
It's American flavored.
Yeah.
I think it's supposed to be like a blue raspberry thing. I don't know. I just know that they had a bunch of red, white, and blue 6-packs, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it was like a missed shipment or what happened, the Giant Eagle out here by me ended up with way too many all blue 6-packs, and they've been discounted for like we're several months now.
All right.
Because it's no longer the 4th of July, but you can get them
Sure,
really, really
sure.
cheap, and it's only the blue ones. So, yeah,
Blue
they
vodka.
get cheaper every month that passes. So
go.
it's starting to be like fiscally responsible to drink blue Smirnoff.
All right. Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
right. What are you drinking?
so I was traveling to back home to Indiana last weekend, and I stopped at a truck stop in Tennessee. Had to fill up, get some gas. Thought, man, run in, pee, get something to drink. And I walked past a display of hard Mountain
Did you
Dew.
beat me to the no?
Oh, my
God damn
did.
it!
So
I've been
I
looking for them.
I bought the variety pack of hard Mountain Dew in honor of the shitting on the floor story. I am drinking the watermelon flavored one tonight.
Brave man.
Yeah, if you want to know what that's all about, you have to sign up for the Patreon at patreon.com/slasherradio.
And I think all the tiers get the Easter egg, right?
No, starting at
No?
the fucking tier 2 and up, you get the Easter egg.
All
right.
So there's that.
It's sad, like on Twitter and on air, we are promoting our Patreon with teasers of one of our hosts shitting on the floor.
You know what? Everything else we've been doing hasn't worked, so let's try this.
But it's gonna go around as a rumor that you shit on the floor is like a stunt, publicity stunt.
Yeah. So I'll say this: the hard Mountain Dew, not bad. It takes a little getting used to because, and I didn't realize this until I had already actually taken the first drink of one. They are 0 sugar.
Oh.
So it is spiked Mountain Dew, but it's like the spiked diet Mountain Dew. Like it's sugar free and has that weird diet taste to it.
Yeah.
I've gotten used to it. I drink mostly diet soda anyway. So actually that used to be true. Now I just drink cheer wine most of the time. But they're not bad. The other downside to them though is they are 5% alcohol. So I don't it takes a
So you
little
have to
bit.
drink a lot of them.
Yeah. But yeah, I was excited to report back on those. I got the variety pack. There's watermelon flavored. There's the Mountain Dew flavor. There's the Baja Blast flavor and a black cherry flavor. The Baja Blast flavor has been my favorite so far. Although I have not tried the regular Mountain Dew flavor yet. I was going to do that one tonight, but then I was like, oh wait, I'm telling the shit story. I'll do the watermelon.
Man, your loyalty just doesn't exist, does it?
What do you mean?
Oh, he's talking about the Gizmo thing.
No, that fucking Gizmo thing. Listen,
They charge
His-
like
You can't talk to no. I'm gonna intervene here as the head of HR. You can't talk to Rob about loyalty today because he's drinking watermelon Mountain Dew
no, that doesn't
after
count.
his trauma.
Right, to tie it all in. I committed to the bit. And also, we've been talking about these hard Mountain Dews for a while, how we couldn't wait to try them.
Yeah.
When I saw them, I had to get it,
But
Mikey.
they tried to charge $500. They did charge $500 for a fucking Mogwai.
They didn't charge me $500 for my Mogwai.
But they tried to.
If I want to pay $500, it better be a real fucking Mogwai.
Would you imagine having a Mogwai?
Mm.
That'd be bad. You fuck around and get it wet.
I'd be dipping that sumbitch in water all the time.
Rob's just waterboarding his Mogwai.
Rob's the guy, like, if Gremlins were real, Rob would be the guy, like, if you're having a barbecue or like a pool party or something, you know, if you can't have shit, like, you got a fucking Mogwai and Rob just picks it up, throws it in the pool, thinks he's funny, like, you know, can't have shit with people like you around, Rob.
Start taking some gremlins to the movie theater just in case somebody starts fucking around again.
Fucking Rob walking around with attack gremlins. All right.
So yeah, the hard Mountain Dew, it's not bad. I was
true.
disappointed in the zero sugar thing, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The alcohol content, I knew it was gonna be low. You know, what are you gonna do?
I'm ashamed.
So anyway, yeah. I still give it a thumbs up.
All right.
We had a show ban on Mountain Dew, and you guys.
I've
just
never
won't
had a
respect
ban on Mountain Dew. I've been drinking Mountain Dew this whole time. I've sent you
I
pictures of
know.
me drinking Mountain Dew.
This is the problem. I know you won't stop. You won't respect it.
What if Mountain Dew did a pink lemonade? Would you guys come
No.
together?
No, I think they did actually. They have a pink
Oh.
Mountain Dew. I know that. I don't know what flavor it is.
Watermelon.
All right. You want to call the show? You can do that.
Trace the call. It's coming from inside the house.
917-397-KILL. That's 917-397-5455. If you want to leave a voicemail, we will play it like you're about to hear now. Anything horror related, anything show related. I have to remember how to share my effing screen.
Well, while you're doing that, we should mention that people who are banned from calling the show are Greg and Leah.
Ow.
Wait a minute. We've never had a ban. Greg has a segment monthly on the show.
That was not my idea. I did not approve that, and I think it's a terrible, terrible concept.
What's next week's episode of This Our Life?
We're not talking about this horror life. We're talking about the Slasher Radio Hotline right now.
But I'm just saying for context.
Greg is going to be on this horror life, yes.
Okay.
We're all very excited about it.
Yeah, that actually is good. That I'm looking forward to that.
It is it kind of felt like we had to have Greg on for the our top 10 favorite movies of 2022.
We just need to know what his favorites are.
Yeah. You guys are doing God's work.
We need to know what 9 of his favorites are.
This is where the saying curiosity killed the cat came from.
Literally, it's about to kill me.
Yeah.
That's funny as shit. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, yeah, wait a minute. That's another thing too. Leah's never even called.
And she's not allowed to. Block her number.
I can't not let Leah on. She's Leah at this point, you know? Just like Greg. Like he's, you know, we kind of can't help it anymore.
God damn it, Mikey.
Chris is another one who crawls through the fucking, you know, whenever.
Talk about not having somebody's back.
Yeah, no, I'm not backing. You screwed me with the fucking Mountain Dew thing. No, screw you. All right, I think I figured it out. Hopefully, you guys will be able to hear it. Actually, I think I do need to change it so I can hear it. That would be a little helpful.
Well, hello, everybody. Happy holidays. It's your infamous Amber from Jersey. And I wanted to say that I've been listening to the Versus episode, Best Holiday Horror Movie. And Rob, I love you. You're my guru of happiness. Kat, you're so amazing, and I love you. I adore you. But you're both wrong. Okay? Mikey hit the nail on the head with this movie, and how you guys don't see that, I don't know what the hell is wrong with you. Sometimes you don't give Mikey credit when he needs it and deserves it. But Mikey picked the best holiday movie. Not only are you talking about them badass little gingerbread men, But them elves, did you see that? And it has a flying angel demon. Come on. Who wouldn't want that on top of their Christmas tree? I know I do. You guys have a good night. Love you. Love the show. Mikey, you're right, hon.
Yeah.
And I hope more
All right,
people
Amber.
defend you on this one.
Yeah.
Amber,
need
I
to-
love you too, but Jack Frost is the only movie to get a perfect 10 out of 10 score on
damn it.
Slasher Radio.
Yeah,
That
and
backfired.
we need to talk to Greg and make sure Amber's on her medication. I don't remember what Mikey picked. What, Krampus?
Krampus,
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Krampus.
Yes.
Fuck out of here. It's clearly the worst one, and I know you remember what I picked.
Santa's Sleigh, which
Clearly
is
the best
obviously
one.
the worst one.
You did give the worst one.
No, clearly I keep the best one. Santa's Sleigh is fucking amazing.
Hold on. Let's pump the brakes really quick here. Context for non-patrons. Versus is a show that we do where we kind of tackle a horror topic, and we all throw our answers in the ring and go at it. So that's a Patreon show, and that one of the shows you get every week. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a positive voicemail like this ever. Look at that.
Yeah, well, don't get used to it. That is
No.
not a trend that's going to continue in 2023.
I'm sure. But goddamn it, I got one.
And I'm not sure we agree with Amber on this one. Because
No,
again,
it was right.
I chose the only movie to have a perfect 10 out of 10 score.
I am the only one who chose a movie that starred Bill Goldberg.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's Bill Goldberg.
It doesn't matter.
So here's the deal. I hate that I have to say something negative to Amber, but you're just wrong, Amber. You're just wrong. The secret panel of judges called in during that episode.
That's true. We did receive a call from them.
Right. Live on the air during the episode to prove to you guys that it's not fake.
Wait, what?
We got a
Yeah,
call
the
from the
secret
secret panel.
Yeah, the secret
remember?
panel of judges called in, so you guys even heard the conversation, so you knew it was real.
No, we heard you say I'm getting a call and mumble some stuff and say that you won. That was all that happened.
Right. That's proof.
We didn't hear anybody else.
That's totally proof.
And you said that they don't even like me.
No, they hate you.
That's not. They can't be. How are they supposed to be judges? You're supposed to be fair.
I really thought the patrons were all going to call in and rally behind Jack Frost. I'm a little bit disappointed.
I'm a little
I
shocked.
can't believe nobody's showing any love to Santa's sleigh.
That seems about right. You
Yeah.
love Santa's Sleigh way too much.
You do. It's
Have you
ridiculous.
never even seen it, Mikey?
Look at it. Of course. I don't have to see it. I don't want to see it. There's no way it's good. I fast forwarded through to see what you're talking about a couple times, like when you were going on about it. No.
All right. Well,
Amber, that was the best voicemail of all time.
Amber, you're going to have to do better in 2023.
Guys, can we have a real quick vote? Can we put that voicemail like at the end of every show?
No.
Well, no.
No.
That voicemail goes right in the garbage.
Oh,
Not in the garbage, but we don't. I don't.
Fine, in the recycle bin on your computer.
thank you seriously though, Amber, for calling in. Whether you agree with Amber or not, it's always nice to hear from Amber.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not going to
Amber's the-
remind her of this mistake later down the road.
No. Amber's,
we love you too
Amber's
much,
the
Amber.
best. And she, Amber, the thing about her is she's open-minded, and sometimes she realizes when she's wrong, like with the movie Rubber, she came around on. So,
That's upset me. That upset me.
so
Yeah. And that's another thing, Amber. Like, she was one of the people, because there are people on Twitter that defend that damn movie. And like, she's always been the one that when she seen Rubber mentioned, she was right there fighting beside me, And when I found out, like, I almost had a fucking stroke when I seen her talk positive about it on Twitter for the first time. Like, I had to scroll past it, and then I was like, what I just read? And I went back up and read it. It broke my heart.
That's something I really appreciate about Amber, though. Not the Rubber thing specifically, because I disagree. But it's good to be able to, have changing opinions on stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure that Come the holidays
one
next
day.
year, she'll watch Santa's Sleigh and realize I was right.
Or Jack Frost, but
Possibly
whatever.
Jack Frost. Yeah, it was. I mean, I give it to you, Kat. Jack Frost is a really strong pick.
Yeah,
That's why it was the second best pick.
it's.
I know.
Mm,
And yours was dead last. Piece of garbage movie.
Okay. I got outvoted for it being played in every episode, but can we at some point make that video that voicemail played as much as this has been played on the show?
You know, it just again shows the power twisting somebody's till it comes off. That takes some strength. Believe me, I've tried it. It's not easy to twist somebody's off, and the human is much more resilient than you think it is, and heavier. The is a heavy piece when you hold it in your hands.
I like how the producer or whoever that is like, I'm sorry. Any chance I get.
It's funny. That is
good.
funny.
Iconic, legendary. All right. Do you guys want to get into the news?
yeah.
Let's do it.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers comprehensive auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus, benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim through the repair process to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
Visit EnduranceWarranty.com for your fast free quote today. That's EnduranceWarranty.com.
Stop by Sherwin-Williams and get 30% off select paints and stains June 13th through the 23rd. It's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Refresh your home inside and out with colors that make every space feel brand new. From cozy interiors to stunning exteriors, we've got the perfect shade for your next project. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If you're driving a car or truck with an expired warranty and suddenly lost your transmission or needed a full engine repair, would a $4,000 repair bill leave you stranded? I'm Danica Patrick. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Choose the company I trust. Endurance. No matter the mileage, if your vehicle is less than 20 years old, Endurance offers comprehensive auto protection plans for any budget. Protection on the drivetrain, electrical, transmission, AC, and more. Plus, benefits like 24/7 roadside assistance and rental car reimbursement on any plan. Endurance handles everything from making the claim through the repair process to paying the certified mechanic of your choice. Don't get caught off guard with a vehicle breakdown. Act now and get 1 full year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free.
Visit EnduranceWarranty.com for your fast free quote today. That's EnduranceWarranty.com.
It's time to hump the news with Rob Humphrey.
He's not a genius. It's gonna be awkward if he ever does this show.
He's not gonna do this fucking
He's
show.
so busy.
He's way too busy.
Yeah, he's
Far too busy.
That's right, far too busy.
I don't know why that would be awkward for you anyway. You specialize in finding people that I've talked shit about to come on the show.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've really been mean to Kane Hodder over the years.
Yeah. And to be fair, most of the people that you brought on the show, I don't talk direct shit about those people, just their movies.
And I have. So,
yeah.
All right, that's all right.
Which is unfortunate because Kane Hodder's a legend.
Yeah, he tried to rip somebody's off. I heard him.
You got to.
Do you have to bleep that? Oh my goodness. First bleep of the new year.
I was gonna say Mikey got the first bleep of 2023. Unbelievable.
Bitch. Right.
You're always talking about how I'm causing problems. Look at you.
You and I are slacking, I guess.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out a way to count the bleeps this year. I'm gonna try and do that. I'm gonna keep like a little notepad.
Have Leah make a spreadsheet.
Okay. Get on that.
Fucking terrible at it. I'll tell you that. She never does it.
Leave me alone.
I had to make one for the slashies this year.
Oh God, Kat.
Oh, by the way, oh my God. So my boss comes in. My new boss comes in on Friday, and he's like, "So I need you to start every week putting together this report for me." And I was like, "Okay, that's fine. I can do that. Not a problem." He goes, "Yeah." So I do it in Excel, and I was like, "Oh, sweet, not a problem." So, Kat, I might have to send this to you every week.
Oh no. I will say, it doesn't look as bad as you would imagine. It looks a lot better. Horror Court. He kept deleting Terrifier 2 from the list.
Did you wrong?
When we were in the spreadsheet at the same time, every time I put Terrifier 2, he just deleted it.
Why are you the way you are?
What was it
man?
you had in there
First of all, that is-
instead? There was like some other dumbass movie that you had included where you had put Terrifier.
None of this sounds like me. I don't think I would do any of that.
I'm gonna see if it's still on there.
God damn it.
Okay. You had made oh my God. Oh yeah, you had Below Deck Adventure listed as the best new show. Oh,
This is a good show. Actually, if I'm being completely honest, Below Deck Adventure is the weakest of the spin-offs of the Below Deck franchise. Not really enjoying it much.
Thank God. Halloween Ends. There is Bloody Disgusting has a list of 10 things they've learned from the Blu-ray commentary track. Rob, I don't remember. I think you got this, right?
I picked it up on 4K. I have not watched it yet with the commentary or anything. But I did pick it up. By the way, that box set is out now, Kat.
Yay!
What box set?
How much is this gonna set me back?
The trilogy. I think for all three movies, it's I want to say it was like around $50.
That's fine. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I paid $25 for Halloween Ends alone.
Yeah.
And probably $25 for the other each. So I mean, you know.
I'll take it.
Oh yeah, on Amazon for $55. Damn it.
I've been prepared to bite that bullet for a while.
I don't know if this is it though, because it's just a steelbook, Rob. Do you know
what?
The set.
No, it's just a box set.
Oh, because I'm only seeing the steelbook. I don't know. I can't find it then. Oh look, there's one with H2O in it and Resurrection.
Oh
That's the
boy,
one
was
you-
that 50 cents?
Uncalled for. But I'm just putting it out there because apparently, like, I don't really watch the commentary stuff, honestly.
I sometimes I do. I used to be way into that. Like as soon as I got a Blu-ray as soon as I got a DVD, that would be one of the first things I would do is watch the commentary. I do find them entertaining, but well, sometimes they're entertaining. Sometimes they're boring as shit. But I have not watched this one yet, and I don't know that I will. I don't see the trilogy on here either now. It was on here.
Oh no.
Yeah, I just see some like a steelbook where it's trilogy. I don't know. Kind of related to that, Terrifier 2. There's 11 things that they learned from that commentary track as well.
Really?
Yeah. So I haven't watched that yet either. But I do own that, and I'm gonna be
Yeah,
watching
you have that one, don't you?
Sure do.
Yeah. Walmart has the trilogy on Blu-ray plus digital for $40, Kat.
Okay. That's not bad.
I think I saw it somewhere. It was like, yeah, $50 on Amazon. I don't know. Anyway, I did pick up the ends, 4K, complete the set.
Stupid.
Awesome. Can't wait to watch it again.
Next thing to mention is not really, it's still not the news is still kind of slow. New Scream image came out, and Bloody Disgusting titles that it puts Ghostface in a whole new location. So, I mean, we knew they were in New York, and I guess this is a little.
Well, Montreal.
Why do you do that?
Oh, wow.
What?
I love this image. Because
Why?
it looks like it's going to show New York as the shithole it is.
Wow.
You're kidding me right now? Like,
Rob, do you want to say it again in French for the Canadians?
Wow.
I'm just saying, every time they put New York in a movie, they always make it like fucking Jason Takes Manhattan, where there's a goddamn fucking barrel of toxic sludge just sitting around.
That's not what you said. What you said was the shithole that it is, meaning that's what it really is, not what it's depicted as in movies. You said that it is.
Well, I mean, look, it's got graffiti all on the wall there behind him and everything.
Glad I brought this up. Thanks, Rob. Ghostface looks dope as fuck, though.
Looks like Ghostface.
Cool as shit.
Mask look a little too shiny. What's going on with the mask in this movie?
It's
too
CGI.
shiny here. It's fucking weathered in other pictures.
I don't know. I'm not worried. They know what they're doing. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned.
Did you see that trailer yet, Kat? Did you watch it?
No.
All right.
I don't trust trailers.
It's life changing.
I'm not acknowledging it any further. I'm just not going to do it. Because when this movie comes out, just like last time, you were trying to give me crap and what is going to be bad, and it was fucking phenomenal.
It's good.
It was phenomenal.
Yeah,
and this one's going to be phenomenal too. I'm just going to wait till because you're going to have to eat your words again.
All right.
Just going to wait.
Yeah.
Renfield, you guys were talking about that. Apparently, a trailer dropped recently. Nicolas Cage, horror comedy.
Look for the Nicolas Cage cast.
Yes.
I think Nick Cage cast.
I think Nick Cage cast is the way to go.
Look for the Nick Cage cast.
I think Cage cast might also be very funny just because people wouldn't know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
You could talk wrestling too, Rob.
That's true. Some UFC stuff. Although I don't watch UFC anymore. Yeah. Kat and I have we've been kicking around this idea for what now? Going on 2 years or something?
Yeah.
But 2023, folks. It might be the year. Might be.
Maybe. Last year should have been the year because of.
Should have.
But this year.
Yeah, possibly.
I mean, like I've said before, I talked about it on the Patreon show we just recorded. I'm not super excited. I'll see it, and I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Of course, because you hate things that are fun.
Do not. Wednesday, season 2 is confirmed. Netflix is going to run it back. That's fucking awesome, man.
I haven't watched any of that yet.
Me either.
I've heard good things about it, but I haven't watched it.
I will say it picks up after the first episode. I hated the pilot so much that I almost just stopped.
I'm thinking I'll give it a shot. The problem is there's two different series of Below Deck going right now, and I'm catching up on Southern Charm, so I'm really behind.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're watching stupid crap. That's why you're behind.
It's not stupid crap, man.
Stupid crap.
You never know what's going to happen on those shows.
Yeah, I haven't seen Wednesday yet. I've heard good things about it too. I am going to carve out some time to watch it. I said it before that the Tim Burton thing and all that, and I was trying to hold out hope for it. I heard that he didn't really Addams Family it the way he should have. Is that true, Kat?
So
I'm talking Addams Family.
They took it in a different direction. And in some respects, I think it works really well because it does put the focus onto Wednesday. It kind of creates its own little enclosed version, which I think is okay. There are some things they get into. I think some of the family dynamics, on the rare occasions that you do see the whole family, I think they kind of misrepresented some of those dynamics that should have been, more. Because the Addams Family is close. They're a family. And I don't feel like that always came through.
Okay.
It plays more like a teen drama, but morbid. So,
okay.
And if you know that going in, if you treat it more like and it's got one of my least favorite tropes I think ever in television is the schoolgirl gone amateur detective. That's just a genre that kind of irritates me. I will say this is the best take on that I've seen, but you do need to be prepared for it going in because it's what it is.
Would it have been better if Rob Zombie had directed it?
Maybe. If he gave it the Monsters treatment, yes.
Yeah.
But for what it is, I think it's very good. It's got some cute moments. The costume design is fun. The creature design is questionable, but there's stuff in there worth watching. Phenomenal cast. I pretty much, if you're gonna watch it, I think it's gonna be for the cast, right? Jenna Ortega's fantastic, and I really like Gwendolyn Christie. Christina Ricci's in it. Yeah, just great cast.
Yeah, I plan on checking it out, but I got other stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
The Mutilator 2. Apparently, they put a meta twist on the 1984 slasher. Friend of the show, Damien Maffei, is in this film, and I can't wait for it to come out. Apparently, a trailer dropped.
Yeah, I heard there was a trailer. I have not watched it. This is another case of they've already got my money.
Yeah.
So I'm probably not gonna watch the trailer.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Is it getting a theatrical release? Do we know where it's coming out? Or even when? I don't
imagine. If I use it for Mutilator 2 is debuted by Fangoria. Nice. What's trailer? Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Well,
I don't know.
I'm sure I'll find it.
Yeah. And I'm sure more will be coming out now that the trailer's out and all that stuff. So
yeah, it might say directly in the trailer where you can watch it and when. I don't. Again, it's the Evil Dead Rise. The trailer gives away too goddamn much. I'm tired of that. I try not to watch these trailers.
Yeah, I'm on the same page. Like, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna go see it if I get the chance. I haven't seen the trailer, but I trust them.
Do you guys like the first movie?
Yeah.
It's good, right? Like, it's not. I wasn't blown away by it or anything. But it's a fun slasher movie.
It's not bad. And there's a lot of like those classics where people like try and look back and it's like, well, it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
The Mutilator was not bad.
Yeah. So if they can do that, then I'll be happy.
I will say the word meta scares me, because that's one of those words where it can mean amazing or terrible, and it very rarely means anything in between.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
I trust that it'll be good.
Yeah. And Damien Maffei, a very honest person. I'll just leave it at that. Love Damien, and he's excited about this. He's been excited about it, and him and I talk every now and then, and he, I could tell they did it right just by how excited he is about the movie.
Well, he loves slasher movies too.
Yeah.
So yeah. I wonder, do we see his face in this movie? Because boy, they love to put him in a role where you can't see his face.
No, poor Damien. Handsome man too.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing, right? You would think he's like some, he's got like some defect or something, and he's a terrible, hideous-looking fella. He's not. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah, I agree.
We saw his face in a Wrong Turn, didn't we?
Yes.
I think so, but wasn't he like baked or covered in dirt? Because everybody in that movie was just filthy.
Well, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a mask, but it just, it came on and off. I think he was wearing one of those horns. I don't remember.
Well, I don't really remember either. He has a small role in Terror Trips, and his face is, he's not wearing a mask or anything of that.
Nice. Gotta unmask Damien Maffei, damn it.
Yeah, come on, damn it.
Unless he's playing Jay, he wants to play Sackhead, Jason. So, if he wants to do that, throw a mask on.
Maybe he'll get his chance. Sounds like they're gonna reboot this whole thing. I don't know. They got a fucking prequel TV show anyway.
Yeah. Oh, imagine if that's his way in.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be crazy. Never know. That's all I have for the news.
Oh, all right.
This is
I thought I had a little more time to bring this up, but here we go.
Short week. Sorry.
No worries. We're good to go.
All right.
This is the Gabagool Mystery Corner segment where our listeners send mean Italian memes to show me on the show.
I like this one, and Mikey, you can settle this for us.
Yeah, this one's a question. This one's
yeah.
interactive.
You can answer that question for us.
Let's see. These memes go up on Patreon. If an Italian used a PC, would he use it like this or like this? Neither.
Which way do you use it?
I use it like a normal human being because I'm a normal human being. Italian doesn't make me a fucking weird computer using alien.
All right, so it sounds like number one to me. Okay.
It's closer to one, obviously. As I use the fucking what it is, guys. Everybody listening, like I said, these go up on Patreon, so the patrons who probably are the majority participating in this shit get to see. But I will describe it. It is someone using a mouse, and it's two fucking images, and he's got the capiche hands, and one of them's on top of the mouse, and the other he's holding the mouse.
I do enjoy the absurdity of the second picture there, as if that's how you would use a mouse.
Like, I don't like that you saying it said. Like, I'm thinking it's really gonna be some shit, and it's just.
It's a question. Stupid. It's a legit question.
That's not a legit question.
And now we have an answer.
It looks more like the
one.
capiche hand in the second one.
Like
that might be more natural.
Yeah.
But that's not how we use them. Our hands aren't stuck like that. Is the fucking point? God damn it.
in a normal day, like just your day-to-day life, how often do you make that gesture with your hands?
I do it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not every day.
No, it's got what, like 5-6 times a day, probably.
No, it's not. But sometimes it happens. I do it to my daughter a lot out of just like pure. I'm like, what are you doing? And it just
that's the thing. A kid will bring the real shit out of you. That's the thing, right? Yeah.
Like, what were you even thinking? And the fucking when the W happens for what, it kind of starts and Anyway, well, now it is time for Huckleberry Humphrey's Hillbilly Hoedown.
All right.
This is where we send Rob. The listeners also anonymously submit redneck memes for Rob. And here you go, guys. These also go up on Patreon.
Yeah. Oh, that actually is that's pretty sweet. So
Rob's getting ideas.
Yeah, it's a boat made out of beer.
It's not a boat. It's a raft.
It's a boat.
Like a float. Yeah. I mean, it's shaped like a boat.
It kind of, I guess.
I mean, it's, you could probably take that in the ocean.
No, you can't. You lose a couple cans.
Yeah. All right. So, all right.
It's hard to describe them sometimes.
Yeah, you really like to pick ones that are tough to describe. So it's a, huh?
I don't pick them. The listeners do.
Damn it, Leah.
This one wasn't Leah.
This one.
So it says, first of all, it says Natty Light for the love of rednecks. Which I'm not gonna lie, I've had some Natty Light in my life. It's not good beer, but when I was in college, it was cheap. And as a guy, he has like a, I don't know, it's like I guess a float, right? Like a pool float. He's in a pool. And it's like a float made out of Natty Light cans. And he's got the little flag thing in the back, which I like. I appreciate that. That's a nice touch.
That's the redneck part right there. I mean, the whole thing's redneck, but like really to go above and beyond, like that's his fucking battleship, dude.
Yeah.
He means that.
And he's wearing a full-on wetsuit and stuff too, which is, I mean, there's a lot happening in this photo.
I think he has to wear the wetsuit. I'm not sure how seaworthy this.
I think that thing's gonna float pretty well.
I will say the impressive part about this is because we were arguing about whether it's a boat or a raft. It's raft sized, but part of it is under the water line.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm
this is
saying.
a
Like,
boat.
you can see.
Yeah, wow, yeah.
Like if you look at the front of that thing, it looks like a boat.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can talk shit about rednecks all day, and certainly I'm not opposed to doing that. But one thing that I will give them credit for is when they have a really stupid idea,
they commit.
They will go all the way with it.
Yeah.
They don't half-ass their dumb shit.
No.
So I would imagine, I mean, I can't tell, like, is this like, is this like a Photoshop photo for just a meme, or is this was really built? But if it was really built, I would imagine this is exactly how they would construct this thing, and the flag and everything would be there. So, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. I seen it was a couple years ago. They had a lawnmower race, and they were in the South somewhere, and it was the most redneck thing I've ever seen. But dude, they meant that shit. Like they really they went above and beyond.
Oh yeah.
They do their shit.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole thing. Like one of the things is because rednecks are everywhere. They're not just in the South. Living in Indiana, they would there were people who, like, I swear to God, their family made their living going to county fairs and entering the demolition derbies, and to win the prize money. And there was a whole fucking thing with the way they would like cheat and stuff with those fucking things. And I just can't imagine that's how I would spend my time, sitting around thinking of a better way to cheat at the demolition derby, so my family could eat this week.
Yeah.
But they just go all in, man.
That's your people, man.
Yeah. But, we got Cheerwine, so what are you going to do?
It makes it all better, right?
Yeah. I will say, living in Charleston it's interesting because the people here are real big on talking about history around here and the history of the place.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of me where I'm just going, you're on the wrong side of history, right? you do realize what you're talking about here. But boy, they do love the history around here.
Good for them. All right, that's it for the news and all this crap. We will take a really quick break, and we will be back with this week's movie topic, Stitches.
Dun, dun, dun. Felt like I needed that.
Another thing, really quick, because it should have been brought up in news maybe. Did you see Pete Davidson is dating Jenny Ortega now?
Oh, God damn it.
God, why can't that fucking man leave people alone?
Does he pull these women, dude?
I don't know, and there's got to be something wrong with the fucking guy, because all of them leave him, right?
There's a lot wrong with the guy.
Or does he leave them, dude? Like, I don't know what he's doing. He was just fucking knocking boots with Kim K. That was how?
I don't know. And I don't even understand it because he's a goofy looking motherfucker.
I don't get it.
And he's not. And so you normally, like, if a dude's like a goofy looking fucking guy, you'd be like, oh, maybe he's really funny or whatever. He's not even funny
at all.
He's not funny. No.
No, not at all.
He is less funny than he is ugly.
There's a picture, there's a meme because he's trending right now, and it's a photoshopped image of him sitting with Marilyn Monroe, and it says Pete Davidson within a week when he arrives from heaven. Like, dude, he's pulling everybody.
I mean, good for him, I guess. I don't fucking know. Fuck if I know, man. I'm over here shitting my pants. What do I know?
I don't know. I don't get it. It's incredible, man.
Kat, you're a woman. What is it about this guy?
I don't know. I don't get it. I will say he's not funny very often. I do think when he is funny, it's very funny, but they're so few and far between, Like, I don't think he's funnier than the average person.
Yeah, he has the worst fucking tattoos I've ever seen.
I will say one of my favorite Pete Davidson jokes ever is when he talks about getting the tattoo removal, because he described himself as like if a toddler went to prison, and it's like that's hilarious because
that's
it's accurate.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I mean, I don't know what the fuck these tattoos are a nightmare,
and I don't get it. And it's not even just that he's been with all of these like really amazing women; it's that you see people online like, why isn't he with me? And it's like, why would you want that? Yeah. There was
I
like,
didn't even know that.
It's been a while, but like when the whole Ariana Grande, like when it was first announced that they were engaged, there were like a whole bunch of women online that were just like, oh, but he was supposed to be with me. It's like, what are you talking about?
Dude, there's something about it happens though. Because like think about like Adam Duritz, the lead singer of Counting Crows, all the women he's dated is ridiculous because he's just this goofy looking dude, man. he had that crazy hair, but the guy he dated both Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston.
Did he?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he's dated a ton of people, man.
Rob, look
and
at that.
Lyle Lovett, goofy looking somebody. I love Lyle Lovett's music. Wonderful guy. But and I one of the I have two pictures with musicians where I'm clearly starstruck in them, and one of them's Lyle Lovett. And because I just love his music so much. And but he's a goofy looking fucking guy. But he married Julia Roberts, for God's sake. Like, how does that work? And then after they split, he started dating Ashley Judd back when Ashley Judd was hot.
Damn, man. Look at that thing, Rob. Pete Davidson, because Kylie Jenner broke up.
What?
Fucking internet, man. They posted that TED thing on a thing of like Pete Davidson seeing Kylie Jenner single.
Oh.
I don't fucking get it though.
I don't understand. He must have dingus for days, Rob.
I mean, I don't know what it is, man.
Anyway, Stitches, Kat, you were super excited about this, and when it was brought up a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I have only seen Stitches once, and I didn't quite remember my full. I must have been drinking and had it on, watching it with who the fuck ever years ago. Man, this thing was a trip. And Rob, do you want to go first? Or you want to go last?
It doesn't matter to me. I got fuck all to say about this movie.
See, how could you be like that?
I'm just saying, I watched the movie and it's just nothing to me. Like, so this is my second time I've seen this movie. The first time I watched it, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. Like, I love Stitches, and then I never watched it again until tonight before we recorded this episode. And I'm sitting there watching it, just going, yeah, it's funny in parts, but yeah, I completely nothing this movie.
I will say, I do think
Like, I have no notes.
To kind of bounce off of Rob's lack of notes here for a second, I do think the worst possible. I've seen Stitches more times than I'm maybe proud of. I think the worst way to watch it is alone. This is very much the kind of movie that is made to sit around, you grab a drink, you watch it with friends, you have a great time. I think Stitches is like the epitome of that movie. This is now the second time I've watched it by myself. Because the first time I saw it, I was like, I've got to show this to everybody that I know. And I started having a great time, like watching it at parties and like forcing people to watch it. Because I think it's hilarious. And those have always been great. It was kind of sad to watch it alone today because it's like, oh man,
So,
there's no one
I
to like
think that-
bounce stuff off of, and it's not the ideal experience for this film, but I still like it. It's good.
I think the first time I watched it, I was like drunk or stoned or something. And I just thought it was just the fucking greatest thing in the world. Even watching it tonight, like I was completely sober. I was sitting there watching it by myself. My kid didn't want to watch this shit. And I'm just like, I didn't even think it was that funny. Like there were some things I laughed at, but most of it I was just like, all right, whatever. Like, I don't know. This movie just, I had nothing. I literally took one note, and I the only reason I wrote this note was to piss Mikey off. I put Stitches is a better killer clown than Art. That's the only note I have.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, I have that. I have that and then a Portnoy for it. That's it. Or I'm sorry, a Robbie score.
We're not calling it that. Greg had brought that was the reason Stitches was brought up, I believe.
Yeah.
Greg said what Rob just said. Do you really believe that, Rob?
No, I just put it to piss you off.
Just making sure. Okay, Kat, because let's weigh in on that to make Greg happy. And
Greg, on the other hand, does believe it, I'm sure.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. He got into an argument because I had tweeted, which I maybe I'll mention later. I'll go through some of the comments on it. I just asked people what they thought about Stitches, the clown. And they got a lot of responses. Greg got into an argument with somebody in the thread of it about Art the Clown.
I can imagine Greg getting into an argument. Yeah.
Imagine. And it came up, and other people made the comparison. So let's talk about it. I think Stitches is fucking awesome. I'll just put that out there. he has like a Pennywise vibe mixed with a slasher to me.
Mhm.
And I like Stitches. Like, you know, his kills aren't very far off from Art the Clown stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Terrifier did it better because I'm sure the budget, well, I don't know. I don't know what budgets are here and there, but
I've got some notes on this movie, and I think they might have had a budget to make it.
okay.
Yeah, when we get to the trivia section, there's some stuff that makes me think they had some money to spend on this movie, which makes this movie worse, right?
Okay.
Because it
That's true.
doesn't look like they spent anything.
It doesn't. But, you know, whatever, the effects aside, we're talking about the clowns. I still like Art better because Art is just creepy as fuck and so much more violent, and I have to give it to Art.
I also have to I will say for a long time, Stitches was like my gold standard for a while of what I wanted from a killer clown. 'Cause and this is something that I say about Art too. I think Art has now kind of surpassed that, but Stitches for me was first, where it was like, you know, I think you have to be a clown first, you know? I think that's what makes a killer clown work. I think it's why I like Tim Curry as Pennywise more than I like Skarsgård Man as Pennywise. 'Cause that that was not a clown first. That was like a weird ass demon thing that did a little dance, and I didn't like it. But like I think this creepiness of a killer clown comes from the fact that, you know, there's that comedy element, you know, like they're having a good time, they're enjoying themselves. I think Stitches he doesn't have the physical comedy that David Howard Thornton has as Art. Like that's not there, but I think it works for his character. Like in life, he was very clumsy and bad at clowning, and you know, when he comes back and starts killing, he has fun with it, and I think that's the important thing. I think that's what makes it work. This one, I think one of the biggest differences, because Stitches leans more toward a comedy horror, whereas Terrifier is just funny horror, but it's like, you know, it's a slasher first. And
I think the main thing that Stitches has going in his favor, for me, at least as a character,
Mhm.
is that you get to see him before he was this killer clown, right? You get to
Yeah.
see him as the normal guy who has to go, you know, who has to stop banging the chick to go do the kid's birthday party. You know, whereas with Art, we don't get any of that. We don't even understand what the fuck Art is. But I mean, you know, ultimately, if you're asking which one's the better character, it's Art. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't like the Terrifier movies, but I've never complained about. I mean, I make fun of Art to irritate people, mainly Mikey. But the
And Art
reality is,
himself.
David Howard Thornton is amazing as Art, and he does great character work. I find Art the Clown to be creepy as shit, and that's all because of the work that he does. The character is much better.
Yeah.
But it doesn't quite. It does miss that sort of connection because we have no idea what he is. Whereas with Stitches, we get to see him as the the children's party clown before he becomes this killer clown.
Which is I think it's something that's kind of impressive about the movie, because I'm not gonna say this was like revolutionary storytelling, but as a villain, as just a horror villain, Stitches has a backstory. We get to see him when he's alive. We get to see like the resurrection. There's this entirely enclosed mythology. It's a very cyclical story, and I think that's really impressive for the time frame that they had to do this with, you know?
Yeah.
It strikes a good balance.
Yes, because it's also cool because he doesn't change really, you know, like
No.
he's kind of the same fucking dude, just now he's killing people. And I think that was important too. They didn't turn him into like some fucking demon clown that, you know, like they just kind of brought him back to life with a cool scar, and he was still the slumpy, grumpy, mumpy, hungover, fucking nonchalant British clown that he was before he died. Which was awesome. I think him dying, the way it happened was all like those kids were being little pricks. That was funny. That was another thing, like getting there, because they didn't that's the important part of this movie. Like Stitches is cool and all that and cool kills, I get it. But the important part to it being a good movie is I was entertained and not bored until we got there.
Yeah.
And they, in true slasher form, they didn't overexpose him. You seen him in the beginning for the setup. and they waited till, the last quarter of the movie, and, boom, Stitches is back. You don't want to overexpose slashers. I truly believe in that. And, they did a well enough job in between with storytelling and not terrible acting to keep me there.
And the other thing, I almost wish you guys know how excited I was to talk about Inside. I almost wish that we had gone straight from like Alice to Stitches though, because all of the things that we were talking about how they like just didn't tie little things together, Stitches does that. Like the attention to detail in this is actually kind of impressive. There's the whole thing that he says that the clown says, the other one, the leader of the group, in the cemetery scene where he's like, the joke is never as funny the second time around. And then all of the like little pranks that the kids played on Stitches, they're all called back to in the kills, And it's just like little stuff like that I think they didn't need to pay that much attention to small stuff in a movie as ridiculous as Stitches, but I really appreciate that they did,
Yeah.
I like that it's the tying the shoes together that gets him defeated again. The ice cream scoop reappears. There's just and it's just small stuff, but it makes me happy. It feels like closure.
It feels put together.
Yeah.
Like a real movie. Which I think, now, and to get to shark movies, shark movies are an extreme. But, just like those low budget, nothing, like crap. I don't want to call them crap. That's me. But the bad movies with no money that were thrown together. Sharks of the Corn. Perfect example.
Great movie. Great movie.
Terrible fucking movie. Like this felt like they did things like that, which is not impossible to do. And they made it a movie and had continuity and all those things.
And I do think that one of the laugh out loud moments for me, speaking of those like little loose ends, when they have the flashback for the righty tighty lefty Lucy, I lost my fucking mind. Like that's the dumbest thing, that he had to recall how to open a thing, and that ended up being like part of the solution.
It had to be intentional, right? I mean,
it had to be.
Because I had to say, I'm like, that's the comeback?
So
like,
dumb.
like the egg was a good thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure we'll get to it more later, maybe, or we'll talk about it now. I don't know. It was stupid, but you know what? It's the lore they made, and they stuck to it, and that was a nice callback. But the jar thing, I'm like, really?
I don't know if I should. I was gonna save this. I was gonna put it maybe in Rob's trivia section, but because it's come up. I have a bit of trivia also. It is about the Spiritus Singularum. I'm sorry. My German is rusty. The Spiritus Singularum was the mythology for Stitches. They did not create this. This is a thing. Not the cult soul part, hopefully, as far as I know. But the painting of clown faces onto eggs is very much a real thing. That
Really?
clowns do. Yes. Slasher Radio was on another weird forum today, you guys.
Holy shit.
Nice. I love that.
Shout out to bsource.com.
So yeah, in 1966. Oh no, I'm sorry, until 1966, there was a clown who recorded, like, he painted over 200 eggs with the most prominent clowns up to that point. There are only about 40 left in existence. They are held in England by the what's the name of this group? I'm sorry, it was formerly Clowns International, but has been switched to the International Circus Clowns Club. They were painted by Stan Bult, I guess, Bult. They empty out chicken eggs. and paint them. It's kind of like you can apply to have your clown makeup commemorated on one of these eggs. It's like a big deal, I guess, to a bunch of people get rejected for this, and they are
Wow.
kept in a central registry in a place called Wookie Hole, England, which everything about this sounds made up, but it's Stitches did not pull the egg nonsense out of their ass. This is apparently a very important thing in clown culture. So,
Rob, where do you got to be in life to be rejected from this thing?
I don't know.
it's also like the
Whoa.
unofficial copyright of clown makeup. I guess it's like a big no-no to steal another clown's face paint, but there's no way to copyright it legally. Like the copyright office won't do that for you. But the closest thing as a clown that
Is
you can
this
have
guy.
to original, yeah.
I feel like there's only so many ways you can paint your face as a clown.
Well, there are
Apparently not.
200 that you can't use, I guess.
Wow, man.
So
You know what? I don't want to make fun of it because like it's just a wild concept, but dude, that's some real shit. If apparently like that's a whole culture, that's a clown culture.
Yeah, I mean they're into it. It's their thing. You know, I mean, it's whatever. But doesn't mean I don't think it's fucking weird.
Because I will say there was a part of me when I knew that we were going to be talking about this movie. It's like there's no way that any of this is like, where did they get the egg idea from? And apparently it's a real thing.
I'll be damned. Okay. And good for the movie for doing it too.
Yeah, because
You
this
know?
is the first I had ever heard of it. My introduction to clown face egg painting was through Stitches.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm shocked this isn't just knowledge that Cat already had.
That does sound like some shit the cat would know.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah.
It's something I know now. Now I'm going to be on a different podcast, and this is going to be knowledge that I had previously.
Cat's gonna just start anytime a clown is brought up, she's gonna go off on this tangent.
I think that's the thing. People feel like I have a lot of useless knowledge, which is true, but it all comes from events like these. Like, I don't just research this stuff for no reason. It accumulates from weird podcast appearances. From vsource.com.
Hey, that's valuable information.
It
I would
is.
never. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was to me. I was worried about talking about this movie because it was good, and like there's like Rob, you seem to be the other way with it, but it's hard. You just sit and watch it, and I got I got a lot of Benny Loves You vibes from this thing too. By the way,
no.
Yes.
No, you need to go wash your mouth out with soap right now.
Cat, right or wrong?
No, I can see it.
Visually, you know.
No, you guys are wrong.
Yeah.
Benny Loves You is so much better than this.
Oh, what? Hold on. If we're just talking visuals, I don't know if that's true.
This was a little higher quality than Benny Loves You.
I'm gonna quit the show.
No, I'm talking about like, you know, the camera, the visually. That's it.
Yeah, the visuals in this are solid.
This movie does not look better than Benny Loves You.
It does. Yeah. It's got gorgeous setting from the Irish Film Board. You can see the Irish countryside.
No, you guys are crazy. And I don't hate that. I'm being harsh on this movie. I didn't hate it. Like I said before, I kind of nothinged it.
Yeah, but that's not nice.
I just watched it and I was like, okay, that's that movie.
How do I like this and you don't?
I don't know why you're never right.
No, you're wrong on this one, Rob.
No, I'm not wrong. It's fine. It's just I think the biggest problem I have with the movie is when I watched it leans more comedy than horror to me. I mean, it is a horror comedy, but it leans more towards the comedy side. And I think most of the jokes aren't funny. They're just obvious. You know, it's I don't know. It's fine. It's not better than Benny Loves You.
It's not.
No, like the writing, it's not better than Benny Loves You, but visually speaking, like something that I really appreciate and something that I think keeps it solidly as a horror comedy because it leans very heavily into the comedy.
Right.
But
I mean,
it's
the star,
gruesome.
the guy who stars in the movie is a stand-up comedian.
He is.
I mean, it's not, it's fine,
But
but there is plenty. It firmly falls in the horror comedy because there is plenty of gore and stuff, and it's not really scary, but whatever. There's plenty of gore and deaths and stuff in it. It's just, I think sometimes they try to go over the top, thinking that with the deaths, thinking that it's really like when he pulls the kid's intestines out and makes the balloon animal thing, the dog or whatever with it. Like I get it ties back to the party and everything, but it wasn't funny.
no,
It was trying to be funny and it wasn't.
see, I don't even know if that was like it's why I think visually I would give the point to Stitches over Benny Loves You because Benny Loves You talked a big game and you didn't get to see that much. And Stitches I kind of earns its horror credentials by showing you everything, It's a more obvious approach, but it was very satisfying for the slasher fan in me,
I'm not entertaining this conversation that this is better than Benny Loves You. It's
I'm
just
not
gonna
saying the
happen.
movie's better than Benny Loves You. I'm saying it gets a point here.
No,
Yeah,
I disagree.
that's fair to say.
I disagree.
You're out of your mind.
And the
I mean,
eyeball kill, like
it's been a while since I've seen Benny Loves You, so I can't pull good examples from that movie. But I think it was.
let me just say there was a dick severing scenario in Benny Loves You that did not hold a candle
Well,
to the one in this.
I didn't think the one in this was that great.
Benny did it better.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
it's
Because it was quick, it was adorable. It was and whatever the hell sound he made. It was fucking awesome.
But
Yeah.
visually, I don't know.
I mean, whatever. The dick severing scene in Piranha 3D is better than this one. I mean, we can get into that whole thing. It's just who has the best dick? I don't know, but
Next
it
episode
wasn't-
of Versus.
It wasn't this one. Well, I mean, I do know
Cuddy,
who has the
right?
best dick. It would be X has the best dick.
Oh yeah, without severing, yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That
There's no
fucking thing.
severing there, but Jesus Christ.
You'd need something big to sever it. It's not better than Benny Loves You. I want that on the record. It's not Nesto.
No, that's
You're
not what I heard. You said this is the best movies. Benny Loves You's trash, is what you said.
Wow.
a fucking guy. Like it's not recorded and people can't hit rewind.
I'm just saying, look, if you said to me, hey, you can buy a Stitches plushie, it's $60 and it has to be imported from the UK, I'm not buying that. I didn't bat an eye at the fucking Benny thing. I was in.
I would pay 60 for it, but if they accepted Karna, I might get it. I have a bunch of plushies now. I might.
Would you get an
you're
egg?
a Funko and plushie guy.
Yeah, kind of. And I'm a fucking oversized Jason's Shack guy. Did you see that tweet?
A what?
I bought on Etsy I thought was a small little, diorama of Jason's Shack. I was going to put it on my shelf. It was cool.
Uh-oh.
This thing is fucking big.
You got like a life-size fucking
No,
shack.
That'd be dope as shit. No, it's not that big, but it's fucking big. I don't know where to put it.
I have an idea for a new Etsy business, guys. We're gonna start shipping shacks to people.
Fucking amazing. It's
I'm
like
gonna
Home
just
Depot.
toss a bunch of dirt into a shed and be like, "Who's gonna come pick this up?"
Make them look small though,
Yeah,
because
in the picture.
nobody wants a whole fucking shack they got to deal with.
We'll get a drone to take a picture like just of that on a lot, so it looks like a table.
Yeah. Fucking thing is it's taller than a 2-liter. I don't know what to do with it now.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Anyway, look, this is not better than Benny Loves You, in my opinion, in any way. Benny Loves You is a level above this movie, pretty much all across the board.
Almost. There's nothing wrong with saying this movie did a couple of things better than Benny Loves You.
It's really irritating me.
I don't know why.
On that case,
I
I'm gonna
think I
say it
might be
again.
hard Mountain Dew drunk.
That's funny. What is pink lemonade drunk? That's kind of I'm feeling kind of good. I think I'm pink lemonade drunk.
I don't know.
Imagine that.
I never want to find out.
Like fucking rainbows and sunshine. I don't know, man. I think this was really good. I liked it. I think the Portnoys are going to tell a story.
Well, I
The
think my
Portnoys are gonna
score.
tell a story.
I think my Rob score is going to be higher than you guys think it is.
I do have one regret with Stitches. I think this would have been, and I didn't know until watching it again today. I think this might have been a better watch along pick than like an episode pick.
Yeah.
But I
But
just didn't think about it in time.
That's the thing. Like I'm coming off as though I hate this movie. And I didn't hate it. I'm just, you guys are crazy. You're talking like it's the greatest thing since The Godfather
It's
or something.
fun.
And it's just not that.
I also there are some things I was really enchanted, I think, by some of the like well, there are some movies where like the script is bad and nonsensical, and then there are some movies, that try too hard. I've never seen a movie like this that just embraces the complete awkwardness of not having lines sometimes. And I think a really good example of this is where like the two girls are talking and she's like, I guess you must do a lot of blowjobs. And then there's like this dead awkward silence, and then it's like, why else would they call you? And then there's another pause there. Like there's going to be some really amazing name, and it's like Blowjob Kate. It's like so dumb. But this movie has those moments where it's just like, oh my god.
By the way, if you ever find out there's a girl in your town named Blowjob Kate, you want to meet this woman.
My problem wasn't with that. Kate didn't go with the blowjob. I think there was like a blowjob Becky or something in like an American Pie movie. That sounded like it went pretty well together.
Well, you just
wait,
like the
Kate-
alliteration.
Right, right, yeah. That was really.
I mean, I will hang out with blowjob anybody. I don't care whether you got the same first letter in your name or not.
What about blowjob EyeRChris? You want to hang out with? Not a bad nickname either, by the way.
Where's Rob? Oh, he's hanging out with blowjob Bob. All right.
Jesus Christ. No, yeah, I mean, but you know what? It didn't matter because it's fucking Stitches. You know?
Yeah, there
You
was
could do
just
that.
something very, because I think that would have annoyed me in so many movies, and it gets me every time.
The only time I mean, that was one of the biggest laughs I got in the movies when she just headbutted the girl.
I know
Because I did not see that coming.
that's the other part. Is it's such like an awkward line, and then her response so quick to just headbutt her, and there's no repercussion or anything. They don't deal with it after.
Right, it's not like a fight breaks out or anything.
Just like a quick
But I don't know, maybe
headbutt.
that's how life is where they live. You just headbutt each other.
That's gonna be how I start leaving conversations. Anyone pisses me off, I headbutt them.
Rob, I'm gonna need you to deal directly with Kat going forward.
We're gonna have to buy a helmet for Mr. Cat's boyfriend guy.
He's not gonna be worried about the cattle prods no more.
I mean, I don't mind zapping him, but I don't want him to get concussions.
Oh man, fucking poor guy. So he didn't. By the way, Kat, he didn't watch Stitches with you then, huh?
He didn't. No.
That was. Did you
I
try and
feel-
get him or no?
No,
All right.
and I feel bad because the movies I don't want to have I don't want him to have spoiled are the movies that I take more seriously. So he ends up watching a lot of like really dark stuff as a result of this podcast. And then like when I'm doing fun stuff that he would enjoy, it's always like, nah, I can just watch Stitches before I go in to record. And it's like he probably would have liked this one. I
That's
feel a little
funny.
bit guilty.
I don't think there's a way he can sue us going forward, do you?
He might have a
Like,
case.
He needs therapy or
He
something.
might,
Like,
yeah, he
something
might
like
sue
that.
us for his therapy after watching Funny Games and Inside.
Oof.
It was a rough year for Mr. Cat's boyfriend.
He's hoping we have a much different movie pick going into 2023.
Yeah, he's really counting on the patrons.
The funny games give you a chance to get a nice nap in.
I'll never understand you, man. Kat, I've been on the right side of things more than Rob has lately. You got to give me that.
No, I have to, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Rob.
Hold on, let me pull it up. Absolutely.
You didn't like funny games. I don't know what.
It's just boring.
I don't know how you think that.
I watched the movie.
I'll never understand.
Hereditary was another one.
Yeah.
That's a good goddamn movie.
All right, yeah. Popcorn. I was on the.
You
other
were on the
side
wrong
that,
side of
apparently.
popcorn. Yeah.
Okay, it says you, but funny games. Yeah, then we talked a lot of Terrifier stuff. Rob's obviously wrong about that.
You were on the
Halloween
wrong side of
Ends.
Thanksgiving, though.
No, I wasn't.
You didn't like Thanksgiving nearly enough. We were all on the right side of Thanksgiving 3.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think Killing comes closer to Benny Loves You than this does.
Oh,
Get the
stop
fuck
that.
out of here, Rob. Cut it out.
I'm just saying, I didn't say it's a better movie, but it comes closer to it than this does.
No.
Oh, a puppet?
Well, it does have a puppet, but it's more entertaining.
But they didn't fuck those puppets.
They better not.
You better not. That's fucked up. I don't know. I just meant the feel of it. I don't know. Maybe because it was British. Who the fuck knows?
I heard what you said.
Like the acting and kind of the humor on some degree. Like the level they took themselves serious was perfect in both of those movies. Because like they had shit in there where they knew they could get away with it and it's ridiculous and they took advantage, but they still kind of respected what they were doing. They stuck to the
feel
shit.
like I don't know. I just feel like with Stitches they missed the mark. Like it's not terrible. They didn't miss it so bad that it was an awful movie. It just didn't grab me in any way. Like it's fine.
Never understand.
I don't get it. You've had a bad streak, Rob. You've had a bad streak lately, and I'm ashamed of you.
I mean, first of all, you guys need to pick better movies.
All right.
I mean, we could have done better than Stitches.
I'm glad we did it.
The other main reason I think that we're doing Stitches is because we were going to do a shark movie, and then Mikey pointed out that we shouldn't be mean to him when he's sick.
You like how I slid that in there too, right?
Yeah.
Very passive.
I mean,
reminder.
it's fair.
It's a very fair point. I'm already miserable. You don't have to make it worse.
Yeah.
Now's not the time.
You're a miserable person, though.
Which
days.
is really weird because if I was, and it put me in a weird spot, Mikey, because it's one of those things where it's like if I were really sick and coming on to do the show, I would not want you guys to be mean to me, but also what would cheer me up would be a shark movie. It would be all the stuff we were talking about watching when you brought it up. So Stitches I thought would be like a good compromise because it's funny, it's like a fun time. I'm glad it didn't make you more miserable. And
is it a fun time though?
Yeah, not for you apparently, but I also thought you were going to be a really safe bet because you had expressed in the past that you liked this.
I know. Rewatches kill me.
I know.
Rewatches kill me.
It's so scary to recommend a movie that I think you already like.
Right. Like I said, I don't remember the exact circumstances of the first time that I watched it. I'm assuming that I was drinking or on some sort of illegal illicit substance because I really remember this movie as being super funny and a lot of fun. And like, I just couldn't stop laughing at it. And watching it tonight, I'm like, what? Am I stupid? What the fuck? This isn't funny.
I don't know. I don't know what else to point out. Like, I truly don't. I think it was a perfectly balanced movie for ridiculous and slasher. And,
I think it was.
Yeah. And like I point out all the time, I'm a Leprechaun fan, man. And I like it when you go all in with a shtick. If you can go all in with a shtick and it's done well, being very important too, I'm there for it.
Well, Leprechaun has a good balance of humor and silliness and horror.
Yes.
This movie, I felt like, I don't know. I just felt like they were really trying to lean into the comedy at times when they maybe shouldn't have. They would have been better served not doing that.
Well, I mean,
I think it worked. I think the balance was good. I will say I do usually prefer a higher scare to laugh ratio, but Stitches gets a pass from me.
It's bloody as fuck. You can't not give it the pass.
Yeah, but the blood looked terrible.
Oh, see,
I mean,
really liked
you're the
the
movie
blood.
guy, Mikey, and this blood looked awful.
Their blood looked pretty good. It's just the effects.
No, bullshit.
No, I think the blood was good.
When that kid is getting sprayed with all that blood at the beginning from the head wound, right? When Stitches stands back up, it looks like it's just fucking red water. It doesn't look like blood at all.
I know what Kat's gonna say. It beaded up in certain spots that look cool as fuck.
Fucking terrible. You're just grasping at straws trying to defend this thing now, Mikey.
Me and Kat both noticed the same thing.
Mm-hmm. You're ganging up on me, and this is not how you should start 2023 with your Lord and Savior.
I like this. This is a pretty good switch. I'm enjoying these last few weeks, actually.
Yeah, I think I will say it's like thinner than a lot of the blood that I like, but if it had gone too realistic, I think it would have been less funny. Like, again, I think it was a really good balance. It was thin, but it was dark,
It was too thin. It was way too thin.
But it was dark.
No, it looked like crap.
And it allowed it to like spray in an almost comedic fashion, like in the beginning with the kid, and in the like when the umbrella pops out of the eye. That was a good spray. Like, because it was thin, they were able to get away with stuff like that, but it was really dark. It looked like blood. You could tell it was blood. It didn't look like Kool-Aid.
No, it didn't look like blood at all.
Oh my God.
That's crazy, man. I didn't think it looked bad at all. And, like the things they were doing were like, they were never going to make it look real, so, and like I say, it's a killer fucking clown. It can look a little like, look, Killer Clowns from Outer Space obviously leaned into it a lot more in a different direction, understood. But that was, like the head being blown up, that was Killer Clown-y-ish, kind of, sort of. Nothing?
I think Rob quit the show.
No,
I think he just didn't say anything and left.
I'm right.
It just doesn't work for me. I mean, I don't see what you guys see in it. I mean, again, I'm being harsh on it because I feel like you guys are being overly nice to it. Because I didn't hate it, but I didn't think the effects looked good.
You're not even gonna give me the eyeball kill.
No.
Like the angles, the camera work there, so good.
The end of it.
Yeah.
Come on, Rob. When she fell backwards. Huh?
No.
Damn it.
No.
Damn it, Rob.
God. You're just being spiteful now. That was crazy.
A little bit. I am hard Mountain Dew drunk. I can tell you guys that. I can confirm that. No, I don't know. There was nothing about this movie. Well, I take that back. There's one scene in this movie that stands out as pure genius.
Okay.
And that is Stitches on the tricycle.
The tricycle, yay!
Yeah.
That was my last note. That was the last thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah. The tricycle actually earned this movie some points.
Yeah, all right. Okay, fair. It was that, but she had shit like that.
Because that was funny. And then it was when he finally just stopped and he goes, "Oh fuck it," and he picks the tricycle up. That's great. That was brilliant.
That was really good.
Like, see, it had shit like that, and it had like when he's walking the tightrope, which was a really cool scene too. When they pull up to the cemetery and he's fucking walking along the line. It was cool because it looked cool with him up there, and he's casually just like stalking him in a clown way. But then he falls. And it's like, yeah, man, Stitches probably would fall. He wouldn't be able to really play. He's a clown, but he's, a hungover weirdo. I'm fucking somebody on the counter clown. You know, it all worked for me. I don't know that's the strangest. See, like you come up with the weirdest things. Like Funny Games was boring.
That's so boring. I didn't even come up with that. I literally just fell asleep twice. Like I didn't come up with that. My body said, "This is boring. Go to sleep," twice.
I don't have much else to say because we've kind of gone over everything that I think is really good about it, and you just shoot it down.
I mean, I told you guys I had nothing for this movie.
I'm really excited to hear Rob's Portnoy for this.
Took no notes. I had nothing for it. It is the. Well, we'll get to it when we get to it, but I don't know. I was very disappointed rewatching this movie. That I didn't like it more because I remembered it being brilliant, and watching it tonight, I was just not that impressed.
All right.
Well, I've got some scores.
Okay.
And reviews if you guys are ready. Rotten Tomatoes, the official. We have a rare instance of the tomato meter being higher than the audience score. At 42%.
Wow.
The audience score is an even 40. IMDb has it at a 5.7 out of 10. All right, so I found, as usual, one good review, one bad review, and then just a couple like interesting things that made me question the review writers in other instances. Starting with the good review. 10 out of 10, I found it extremely funny. I am sure diehard fans of the horror genre will balk at the effects in this little gem of a comedy, but then most diehard horror fans have a pull up their backsides the size of Nelson's column, judging by some of the reviews here at IMDb of other movies. So we all just get thrown under the bus immediately.
I don't know about a poll, but I got a candy bar.
Characterization is simplistic and yet effective for a comedy. Nobody is expecting the type of characterization of Anna Karenina in a simple comedy movie. I personally feel that Ross Noble did a good job in playing the slobby and vengeful clown. Many of the gags made me laugh out loud, not at the least of which was him riding a kitty's tricycle. If you want to go deep and watch Anna Karenina or read War and Peace, but for a comedy, this rings all the bells. This one I really like because it brings up Anna Karenina twice.
Yeah, because they've heard of two books.
They've heard of two books, and they're both Tolstoy.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the problem is, though, that's not the criticism that I have of the movie. The criticism isn't that it's not Anna Karenina or War and Peace as far as the characterizations go and stuff. I understand that that's not what I'm getting going into it. It's just it didn't hit the mark that I was looking for it to hit. With these kind of movies, there's a certain mark you have to hit and a balance you have to strike, and I didn't feel like they did.
You're out of your mind.
I have, and we don't have to read the whole review, but I did find one story that should have been tragic. The review is called Surprisingly Good. The rating is 5 out of 10, and the story describes a man that had gone to see Sinister in theaters, but they were out of tickets, so he saw Stitches instead. And I have to say, if I was expecting Sinister and this was the movie that I watched, I would be a lot harsher on it than a 5 out of 10 surprisingly good.
Yeah, probably.
But then, my favorite part, because after all of this, after the whole tale and the review and everything, the final line of the review ends, "Brilliant film, a lovely surprise to what would have otherwise been a disappointing evening." And this one, at first I didn't think about it, because it's like, well, yeah, it would have been disappointing if he had gone home, like, because he couldn't see anything. And then it was like, is he suggesting that Stitches is better than Sinister? Like,
he's not wrong.
What?
No, get out of here, Mikey.
It's not wrong.
Sinister's a good movie.
Nah, the tapes were good. That was it. There was oh wait, no, that's the I'm thinking about. Wait,
No,
is that
it's
the one with the
Sinister.
tape?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah,
Sinister's the one with the tapes. I get
Yeah,
Sinister and Insidious confused sometimes.
me too.
But Sinister is the good one.
It's
Sinister
better than
2.
Insidious.
Sinister 2 is not the good one.
Sinister 1 wasn't a good one either.
No, Sinister 2's got fuck you. It's got Ethan Hawke in it.
Ethan Hawke's the man, dude. But
it's good stuff.
no.
This one, and again, the review, this might be the longest review I've ever seen on IMDb. It's too long, but I did really want to go through the opening of this one. It has no rating. But the title of the review is The Irish Board, run by clowns.
Oh boy.
The Irish Board, what is that? Is it some kind of government institute headed by a bunch of non-cultured buffoons who find it wise and necessary to finance mainstream garbage? If this is the best the board can do is to ape the worst of Hollywood's B-movies, then it's not very useful, is it? This is more like an ironing board that flattens all potential, not so much an Irish board. These guys should pack it in and move to the business of ironing. My clothes, for example. They get
Boy,
so
this
wrinkled.
guy's wit knows no bounds.
They get so wrinkled while I watch these seemingly endless bad movies. They don't even need to change their name. That's some candy board material, if I do.
Without a
say
doubt.
so myself.
Without a doubt. It was like a nice Zagnut bar or something for that guy.
God damn. What
and
about Gorgo? What was that dude from last time?
Oh God,
Remember him,
Gorbo.
Gorbo.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
I wonder what he
Gorbo.
thinks about this.
I don't care.
He's
He's
super
very
smart.
intelligent.
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
We've made way too many references to him just casually. In that
I
group
know.
chat too.
It's just so funny.
he's a meme.
Okay, now my 1 out of 10 review. This one just, I love how exasperated the tone of this one is. It's 1 out of 10. Are you kidding me? I truly did not have high expectations for this movie. However, I expected more than I got. It's simply ridiculous. This movie is about a clown named Stitches, shocker, who dies in a freak accident while entertaining kids at a birthday party. Stitches comes back to life, in all caps, to terrorize the kid, who he believes was the reason he was killed. Did I mention they are all in Australia or something? Anyway, this kid...
So definitely an American wrote this review.
Oh, 100%.
I don't feel so bad about that subtitle thing anymore. Jesus Christ.
Anyway, this kid who is mentally disturbed on account of him having witnessed the violent death of a clown as a child sneaks around to figure out why the clown came back to life or whatever. He basically ends up walking into some ancient clown ritual that involves drawing faces on eggs. Parentheses, don't ask me. Anyway, long story short, this movie includes zombie clowns, Australian children, the ancient clown rituals. 5 out of 7 stars, my ass.
How many points does Australian children get or lose? I don't understand the scale here.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the scale, but they're really pissed about the Australian children in Australia or something.
What's the conversion rate between Australian children and Irish children? That's
We'll never know.
What the fuck, Christ? And they think they're fucking brilliant. Is the thing? It's incredible. Like he's
idiot.
snobbing and looking like an asshole. You don't even know it.
Oh,
All right. I mean, I don't know, man. Whatever. I don't know. Like for me to like this is crazy. And
You're
Rob's
damn
not.
right.
You know. Like, Kat, honestly, going into this, if you had to blindly assume which one was going to like it, you probably would have went with Rob.
yeah, I would have went with Rob.
1,000,000%. And here we are.
There is a tiny part of my brain that was like, maybe we'll all like this one and we'll start the year off on a good note.
Yeah, I thought so.
Never gonna happen.
No, I know.
Never was gonna happen.
No.
All right. Are we ready for some facts?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So there's not a lot about this movie. I couldn't find the budget anywhere. But I could find the worldwide gross, which was $63,555.
Oh,
Yeah. Now I mentioned though, I only have 2 facts. Both of them point to the fact that there was some money for this movie, at least at one point.
Okay.
Because initially they offered the role of Tom to Daniel Radcliffe.
What?
Yeah. And
What? I'm
Wow.
sorry. What?
yes. And the role of Stitches was offered to both Quentin Tarantino and Mark Hamill.
Someone needs to remake Stitches right now with Daniel Radcliffe and Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they got money. That just means they offered it.
Well, I mean, you're not going to go to Daniel Radcliffe with $5
He didn't do the movie, did he?
in a Zagnut bar.
You never know. You might have tried. I don't know. That's weird.
So there are your facts. Yeah. So,
Wow.
Tom could have been Daniel Radcliffe, and either Quentin Tarantino or Mark Hamill could have played Stitches. Points sounds to me like maybe they had at least a decent amount of money if they're going to go after those guys.
Did they
I don't
lose
know
it,
because I couldn't.
or-
I couldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't find the budget anywhere. But as we talked about with Jack Frost, Cat,
Yeah.
you know, at one point that was a $30 million movie or whatever.
Maybe they
That's
lost the
true.
money when they said no. They're like, oh, they said no, we ain't paying.
That's.
you
I
first."
mean, that's
Yeah.
possible.
Daniel Radcliffe would have done this though.
That's the thing.
Like-
If he liked the script, he would have done it because he does weird shit all the time because he's
Yeah.
got, you know, fucking Harry Potter money. What's he give a fuck?
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right. Let's roll on into Portnoy's then. This should be interesting. Here, I wanted to do Portnoy's early. I'm not gonna lie. Like I really want to see where you
Rob,
honestly
yeah.
stand, Rob. Yeah.
You guys are ready to get into the Robbies.
They're not Robbies, they're Portnoy's. But
I don't know. We have to check with Kelly on that.
no, Kelly.
No.
All right. So Rob, do you want to go first? You always
I kind of feel like I should go last because this is what
Okay,
you call
fair.
it. This is how you tease it out, you know.
That's true. That's true. Okay. You know what?
Put a little effort into the show, Mikey.
Balls.
We're here to entertain people.
Oh yeah, by the way, I seen that Slashies thing. Oh yeah, I didn't know, my bad. All right. I'll give Stitches. And this is fair. I will give Stitches a 6.1.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that I feel like it's a 6.1.
6.1's a number.
Yeah, it's a correct number. It's fair. They did a lot, man. They did a lot. I mean, we can assume how much money they had. They didn't have a ton. What's the matter, Cat?
This is a
You
theater
guys are gonna
release.
get so mad at me.
Okay. 6.1. They did a lot right. Stitches is an awesome character.
Ooh.
Like he truly is. He's cool as shit. He's just nonchalant. Like he's about to die. He says, "Fuck me sideways." Like Rob, I don't understand you, man. I never will. The kills were cool. They knew they were being over the top, and that's the kind of movie it was. It was over the top, and you know I'm there for it, man. Like that's how I would imagine that Pennywise wannabe clown would, looking hungover as fuck, would do shit.
I agree. The kills were over the top, and that's what they were. They knew what they were doing. They just didn't do it right.
Be that as it may, they didn't do it terrible either.
I never said they did it terrible. Just didn't do it right. All right, 6.1. That is a number between 1 and 10.
Yes. Cat.
What's your Robbie, Cat?
You're not gonna want to call it a Robbie after you hear my score.
I rarely do.
My Portnoy for this is I almost don't want to read this out loud. I'm standing by it though. I'm standing firm. I gave this a 6.9.
Damn.
What? How is that? All right, it's your score.
Which I think not only is fair, it accurately reflects how I feel about Stitches. I also think it's very funny.
It is funny.
It's a good movie to get a 6.9.
Yeah, yeah,
totally. It's very
yeah.
appropriate. It all worked out.
It did. All right, Rob. Now, let's go.
All right, so taking a look at my Robbie score for this. Um, so I went back and forth about this movie because, like I said, I sort of nothinged this movie. Like I just sat there and this movie happened in front of my eyes. I wasn't pulled into it in any way, but I wasn't really turned off by it either. It was just a movie. And so I had settled at some point. I was like, this movie, it wasn't over yet, but I was like, I'm pretty sure this movie is just going to be a 5.0, right down the middle, normal, nothing movie for me, right? It's not good. It's not bad. It's just average, right down the middle. Then the tricycle scene happened. And so that earned it some points. And I finished with Stitches at a 5.8.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. You know what? All
I
right.
told you guys would be surprised. I wasn't going to be as low as you thought I was going to be.
Well, so you said that, but then you got so mad at
because you guys are acting like it's fucking Citizen Kane or something.
It's just a fun time. I would rather watch Stitches than Citizen Kane.
Absolutely.
Citizen Kane's amazing.
It's not a fun time.
Yeah, I guess. Still. I mean, you guys are... Yeah, I mean, you were there. Mikey, his actual review was better than Benny Loves You.
I did not fucking say that.
Oh my God.
Come on now. Nesto throws up a charm and you're trying to besmirch poor Nesto.
You did it. Nesto, get him.
Nesto knows what I'm saying, and everybody else, you're being a butthole. Did not
Nesto's
say
gonna
that.
come for you. Nesto's coming with the tree movie.
Fucking Nesto, goddamn, I forgot about the Nesto. Don't do it. Greg threatened me too on Twitter.
With the tree movie?
No, not with the tree. He just threatened me in general.
Oh, okay.
Who knows what? Yeah.
I think if our patrons know how to do any sort of trolling right, they will pull the tree movie in like June.
I hope they do.
When it makes absolutely no fucking sense for us to be watching a killer Christmas tree movie.
They just did it out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like them. Feast 3 came from out of fucking nowhere. I just want to throw that out there. Like, they really just, unprovoked Feast 3. Like, damn, man. When I seen that nominated, I was like, holy shit. And then it started winning. I was like, you fucking gotta be kidding me.
All right. So Stitches is not Slasher Radio approved.
In my heart, it is. That's a much better score than I would have thought we would end at a 6.3.
Your heart don't count.
No. All right, I'll take a cat. That's a win.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, absolutely. I thought Stitches was gonna come out of here with like a 4 or 5 somewhere. To be honest,
I wasn't gonna be that hard on it. I told you guys, I didn't. It was impossible for me to talk about this movie really, because I didn't feel one way or another about it. Like, I didn't hate it, but I don't know that I'm going to sit down and watch it again anytime soon.
Yeah, I will probably. I think I'm done watching Stitches by myself. I can't say that I won't break this out at parties again. That's why I don't get invited to stuff. But it's worth it.
Look at Kat bragging about her social life over here.
Or lack thereof.
Lack thereof, yeah.
Thrown out of, keep making new friends.
Worth it.
All right. Yeah, like I said, I thought we were gonna see, like, Robble, he's spiteful. And that's what you did this time, where you were spiteful, and because we liked it, you had to be mean to it.
It wasn't because you guys liked it. It was because how glowingly you were talking about it when it just wasn't all that.
See, that's what I mean. We can't have nothing. We can't have nothing because we liked it. You got mad and you had to be mean. But
you get exactly what you deserve.
But I knew you were Portnoy. That's why I wanted to know your Portnoy, because I knew you wouldn't besmirch the Portnoy. It'll show. I forget what other movie you did that with. One Funny Games did that a fucking 3.2. You're a butthole.
Because that movie's boring. Jesus Christ. At least Stitches wasn't boring.
All right. Well, that's an episode, guys.
Yeah.
Check us out on Twitter @SlasherRadio. You can follow us there. Go check out the patreon.com/slasher radio.
This is a great week to sign up. There's lots of stuff there.
There's a lot of stuff going on the Patreon this week.
Yeah, we went through a 2023 anticipated movie list for well, I don't know. I think that's just like I think we throw that under verses. I don't know. We went through that. That was a nice lengthy discussion about stuff coming up this year. Also, Rob, as promoted on Twitter, told the story about how he shit on the bathroom floor.
Yeah. I wouldn't recommend listening at dinner time, to the extras, to the Easter egg. Like, don't gather around the family for I'm sure that's how people listen to our show.
You want to know
I love
something
the
funny?
idea of people gathering their family together to listen to Slasher Radio.
I got a call back when me and Bobby would do the show. We would rank on our uncle every now and again. And I get a call from my other uncle, and I don't remember. They were at some funeral, whatever. There was some people's traveled down to, for a funeral or something. And, all the families together. And I hear like aunts and cousins and shit in the background. My other aunt takes the phone. Apparently someone put the show on, and they're like, yeah, we heard you talking about Uncle Stevie and his small dick. I was like, oh my God. Like, family I don't even talk to is like listening, and yeah, that was awkward. So,
Yeah. Well, it's fun.
yeah, that's a great time.
Yeah. I mean, it's a better time for you than it is for Stevie, it sounds like.
Yeah. But yeah, go check out patreon.com/slasher radio. Bunch of extra content every week. And I'm at Mikey's Dead. Rob, where they find you?
On Twitter, I'm at Radio Rob123. You can listen to the other show that I do with Kat called This Horror Life. You can find that wherever you're listening to Slasher Radio. And who knows, maybe 2023 will be the year of the Nick Cage cast.
Might be the year.
Yeah, we don't know. It could happen this year. I also brief appearance on the latest episode of Dummies of Horror. They asked me to record a brief thing for their best of episode, and I did. And then I listened back. It's just been released, and everyone else they asked to record talked for like 3 to 5 minutes, and mine is 15 minutes long. So you can listen to more of my bullshit over there as we talk about all sorts of different things. That I don't think they expected, nor did they want me to talk about. But I just, I turned on the mic and I just started talking, and that's what came out. And at this point, Tim knows me well enough to know that if you invite me on your show, that's what you're going to get.
Sure the fuck are. Is Tim the Australian dude?
He is, yes.
Oi!
Yeah,
Oi,
they
Tim.
had to, they recently had to rebrand their show due to some legal issues. I feel bad for him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sorry, Tim. My condolences and my oys.
A mournful oi.
Mournful oi. Very sorrow oi. Kat, where they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at cat_velour, VOLEUR. You can check out my website, catvelour.com. You can pre-order Ooze, which is an anthology of body horror that I will be in. Releases March 1st. You can check that out on Amazon.
I don't want Ooze. That sounds terrible.
Rob's that's awesome though, man.
Yeah.
Also, you guys, you said you were having the infamous camp counselor Greg on This Horror Life, right?
Yeah, he'll be on This Horror Life. Yeah.
All right, so that'll be out sometime this week. By the time people are listening to that,
in theory,
give or take.
I mean, that show. Here's the thing. Ghost and Cat really rely on me to put that show together and post it. So there's not really a set release schedule for it.
All right, fair. But Greg always a fucking like he brings the wood, but you never know what you're gonna get. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not jealous of you guys at all. Keep Greg over there.
I gotta make sure I don't drink all the hard Mountain Dew tonight.
And you need some tomorrow. Yeah. I usually do This Horror Life sober, but maybe not this week.
Kat, I'm gonna put you in charge of this.
Uh-oh.
You can't let Greg make any Italian jokes over.
I have no control over that.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no need. Like, I'm not even there. There should be no reason to bring it up.
I would never let anyone do anything like that.
I fucking hate you.
I listen,
started a whole trend.
I'll keep a tally of the Italian jokes so that Greg can be headbutted an appropriate amount of times if we ever see him in person. It's the best I can do.
I would say I want to headbutt Greg, but that's a hard-headed man.
I was going to say, I bet Greg's got just a head made of stone.
All right, guys, come back, check us out next week. Good night from Slasher Radio. Poor Greg.
All the best of Slasher Radio podcast.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.